Hello, and we're at the Kenta Farm, and it's the 6th of October here on Pender Island. And we're going to interview Koichiro, who has a beautiful family, and he's involved with this farm. He calls it the Kenta Farm, which is a Japanese name meaning healthy child. And he believes in planting active natural indigenous plants with the garden, so that he attracts the insects, the birds, and which actually renders a better garden, and better meaning more prolific, and one that works with nature and enhances the garden itself. Now, these types of plants are not food-bearing plants. They're plants that enhance it.
And you have 4 children.
And what's your name, dear?
Yoko.
Yoko, and your name?
Kenta.
Wow, well, thanks for having us at your farm. I'm taking a little bit of a film here, just so that I can remember, because I have a farm in the Kootenays and one on Pender Island, or on Point Roberts, and I plant wild native indigenous plants in gardens to enhance the local wildlife and birds and bugs, things that keep it all together. And so, are you going to show us through the farm here a bit?
Okay, so
Yeah.
what do you want to see?
Just maybe what you did this year here. I know that harvest is probably over, but
I'm not planting.
what's that?
I'm not planting.
You're now planting beans.
Yes.
What kind of beans are those?
This is broad beans.
Broad bean, okay.
It's gonna be over winter crop.
Okay, a winter crop.
Over winter.
Okay. He's planting a winter crop. It's interesting because this has become a phenomena that seems to be new, but it isn't new, and is essential if you want to have fresh organic vegetables in the winter. And a lot of people do not do it. I see he's got some Russian red kale over there, and he's got some other kale. Those are winter crops as well, but he's going to plant some broad beans here. And so
I use zero tillage. I don't use any machinery
right,
to keep biological diversity
right.
under the ground. You know.
By doing it by hand, you avoid disturbing it too much, is what you're saying, or?
And avoid killing,
Yes.
earthworm and lots of beetles.
Yeah, the little bugs, I understand. And so the importance of hand farming, he's submitting and agreed, is that you disturb the soil as little as possible. And with respect to that, you don't get rid of the little larvae that produce beetles, that produce tilling, and they aerate the soil, as well as they leave, what the regurgitation and micronutrients are enhanced by that. So how long are these broad beans going to take before they're broads?
You mean before harvest?
Yeah.
Next May
Next May.
or June?
So it's a long go.
Long ago.
Yeah, whereas in the summer, how long would it be?
Summer is much shorter.
Yeah.
If you plant in February, you can
Yeah.
harvest.
And he's got a nice south-facing slope here to his land. And how's the soil here?
Soil is not so rich.
Right.
To grow crops.
Do you have to add how do you add to it? What do you use?
That's why I'm using beans.
Right.
Beans are kind of, fix
Yeah,
nitrogen.
Yeah, so I'll enhance that. Beans actually produce nitrogen in the soil.
Yeah.
And so if you have a nitrogen deficient area, it's good to plant beans and peas, because they will produce nitrogen, and then you rotate the crop, right? You put it in a different crop as you build up that nitrogen.
But so far I keep planting beans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it works every time, eh?
Yeah.
Good for
And
you.
that's what I learned from the natural ecosystem. If
Right.
you look at the nature,
Yes.
my backyard forest,
Yeah.
you can see red alder trees.
Red alder. Yes.
Yeah. That's also pioneers tree species.
Okay.
Which fix nitrogen too.
Mix nicely with.
Fix nitrogen.
Right. As they fall down and they
Then
produce nitrogen.
Yeah. Then succession,
Yeah.
goes on.
He's talking about succession planting here, and that's, of course, the program that I've been doing. The first trees that grow up before the forest grows up is alder and cascara and Indian plum and a number of other like Nooka rose, and there's 57 species here on the island that grow in succession. And what he's alluding to is that as a forest grows up, the sweet like red alder and maple grow up, and the other plants grow up underneath, which are the fir and hemlock and the cedar.
Douglas fir, ground fir.
And grand fir
Yeah.
as well. And then however, if you're a farmer, that will not happen. However, the alder is, what he's saying is a sign of the beginning of this succession that will end in a forest. But in this case, he's using this land for farming, so you don't want the cedar involved here or the other conifers. And here's his wife here right now. So, hello. Are you in the movies? Anyway, you can see the beauty of this family and the workability and the health in these faces, and you can see the happiness and community by growing through the basics of life and understanding the agriculture precipitates in good basic values. Thanks.